Hey everybody, it is what's today? Wednesday, July 28th, and it's past 11. It's almost bedtime. We had a really good day today. We got done just before it rained. We cut a bunch of limbs off a tree that was the neighbor's hanging over the customer's pool. She's an older lady. She's not able to get out and do yard work much anymore. She just had an operation. So we had a cancellation today, so we were able to put her in. She was another week or two out, so we gave her a call right before the storm, was able to get everything done, get the truck and everything out before it stormed. So very happy about that. My fingers are almost healed. It's been 2 weeks. I cut my hand Wednesday, not last week, but the week before, and they're almost healed. So a little bit of Neosporin peroxide, and yeah, been doing that almost every day. So healing faster than I thought they would. They're still tender, but I don't have to wear band-aids on them anymore. They're scabbed over, so they're good. But did get some more magnets in the mail. You guys probably think I have too many magnets, but you can never have enough. That's a good thing. Right? So I got some more magnets. Sometimes I leave them on job sites, and I don't know, but I got more of these. One of my buddies is interested in getting some of these, so here they are again. Got a little pair of scissors here. These are the NECTEC magnet universal mount. This is one of the, I've ordered tons of these, and I still like to keep them on hand because they come in so handy for so many different things. So I usually buy extra ones, and I give them away too. I show people how good they work, and I probably handed out probably 10 or 15 of these things. And they're so inexpensive. It's like everybody should have them. Let's see. Which one is it? The magnet NECTEC universal stick magnets, $13.99. You get 4 of them. So they're super cheap. I mean, yeah, you just can't beat them. I keep a bunch of them on my refrigerator. But I bought, and then I bought two more packs of these. And these are my go-to magnets because they're so small and they're just so handy. And I think I got some super glue, so I'm going to super glue these right away. Hold on a second. So I get the single-use super glue, and I can do 2 or 3 of them of these things. So you just get these are, like I said before, I bought these tons of times. 2-pack magnet mount, super strong magnets. They're $14.99 each. I got 2 packs of them, and they come with, of course, the accessories. Comes with a bunch of metal strips you can put on anything, your phone, anything you need to stick to anything. So, and there's a bunch of more magnet stuff. But I found out, even though these are sticky, and they both are, what I do is I take this little magnet mount, it has a sticky on one side and a magnet on the other. I just simply take one of these other magnets and stick it to it. But they're not quite strong enough if you have them outside and the sun hits them. I had one of my phones fall off the other day, so just because they're sticky doesn't mean they don't need extra help, because for some reason this adhesive breaks down when it gets hot. So, but what's cool is you can put a little dab of super glue on it, and it seems to be holding just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And this whole setup's only less than 20 bucks, glue and everything. So just simple. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. The hardest part is not getting the super glue all over you and all over everything you're working with. You might want to put some rubber gloves on if you don't like the super glue on your fingertips. I know that kind of is annoying, especially when this. And don't make sure you point this thing away from your face, because sometimes when you open these glues, they have pressure and they'll just go everywhere. You don't want to get this in your eyes. So just a little dab will do you right there. There's one. I try to place them right in the center if I can. I got about 4 or 5 of these already, but they're just so cheap and handy. I like to have a bunch of them everywhere. I think I just got super glue on my hand. Maybe, I don't know. And then you want to set them somewhere too that don't set them on paper or anything like that, because they'll stick to paper. Don't put them on your table. So there's one. Like I said, this is like self-explanatory, super simple, but I might as well do it, right? We're already here. We already got this process started. I just think it's the easiest way to mount your phones when you're doing videos, and they're super handy that you can put them in your pocket. The only thing I don't like is the angle. You can't angle them very well if they're sitting like on a table, but since they're magnetic, I always find something metal in the yard, or I put it on one of the trucks. And once you place them on a truck or a shed or anything metal, you can pretty much aim it at anything you want. So just try to stick it to something vertically like this instead of like that, because you're going to be disappointed because the camera will only do like a 45. So make sure you stick it to something so you can have unlimited optical on your viewpoint. So let's see, we got one more left to open here. Oh, and I've got one magnet too, big magnet. So stay tuned, don't go away. We got one more thing to glue together after this. I'll show you how I do my bigger magnets. I've got so many of these accessory magnets, it's crazy. So, all right. Yeah, one of my buddies a couple of my buddies that used to work for me, they moved to Ohio, Mike and Mark, and I guess their grandmother-in-law, I guess you call it, had some tree work to be done, and I was super busy, and it took me a while to even get over and give her an estimate, and she hasn't had very good luck with contractors lately, so I tried to go out of my way to make it happen for her. She had a huge oak tree hanging over her pool, and I had to take down the fence and pull the bucket truck in the backyard. The tree was humongous, and you couldn't even see the pool. The branches are almost inside the pool. It's crazy. And the neighbor, she told her, you know, she's an older lady, she just got out of the hospital, and there was no way for her physically, and even my buddies, they didn't have the equipment, because I mean, I had to go up almost 70 feet to trim this tree. And unless you have a bucket truck or some type of lift and a pole saw, and then you have to be careful not to drop it especially the logs, right in the pool. Because then if you drop it and crack the pool deck or break the pool, then it's like, you know, defeats the purpose. When your pool's broke, you're gonna spend more money fixing your pool than it was to hire someone like me to trim the tree. So, see, look, I still got a little bit of super glue left. So I did 4 of these with one little tiny thing of super glue that I bought. How many is here? 1, 2, 3. You get 4 for $1. So I spent $0.25 on super glue, and I still got super glue left. So like I said, these are awesome. It'll cost you like, I don't know, what is it? Less than 20 bucks to make one of these suckers, and they're just worth their weight in gold. Because if you're doing videos and you don't have any way to mount your phone, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just, once you start using this setup, I'm sure there's probably better setups and different ones, but as far as simple to use and inexpensive and very small, and what's cool too is you can just, I stick them on the roof of my truck because I have an old truck and I have a metal roof. And so when I'm not using them, I just stick them all around the truck and they just stick on there. I've even forgot about them and I've drove the truck home. That's why some of those videos show you like the road, because literally the phone is stuck on the side of the trailer or the side of the truck and it films time lapse all the way back to the shop. So if you're wondering why, sometimes I do it on purpose, but when I first started doing it, sometimes I forget the phone and then I'm like, I don't want to stop. You know, if it's going to fall off, it's going to fall off. I mean, you can set a Coke on the bucket truck and get back to shop and the Coke hasn't even spilt. So when you have bigger vehicles and you drive easy, it's pretty easy to have it stay. Anyway, okay, these are the expensive ones. I think these are the magnetic cell phone stand for the desk. These are 13 bucks a piece, $13.99. So I got 2 of these. I love these too because this is what I like. You can go beyond 90. So if you're filming something like on the other ones, you can go to a 45. These, if you turn them sideways, you can actually point down. So if you're up on the truck or whatever, I used to use these a lot, and then I found out about the magnet. So now they're even better because you can mount them sideways, top, bottom. I mean, if you have a metal ceiling, you can mount them upside down. So it can be like a security camera. But I've just found that these magnets, I mean, they were so awesome. You can mount your camera anywhere, upside down, backwards, sideways. Even see if you're mounting them here, see, you can have the camera facing down. So, I mean, it's hard to beat, because if you already have a cell phone, I mean, it's really hard to beat. You always have your cell phone with you. The cameras are awesome in these new phones. I don't care if you have an Android or you have a iPhone or whatever. These newer cameras, I don't care if you get a cheap phone, because I was using $50, $100 phones. I would just, you know, every time I'd break a phone, I would just upgrade for 50 bucks and I'd get a new Samsung. And even the cheap ones that I got for 50 bucks, which were, I think, originally 100, the cameras are awesome. So this is the magnet I bought from Harbor Freight. I already grounded off the little hook. So what I do is, you can get bigger ones, but these work fine. I just super glue it to the bottom. So we got just enough super glue, I think, to do this. And actually, I only got 1 magnet. If I had another one, I would glue 2 of them, because I think I actually have enough to do 2. But this is going to be, I guarantee, if you guys try this, this is going to be one of your go-to camera mounts, because it is just an awesome awesome camera mount. These magnets, I think you get 2 or 4 of them for like $10. So I think is it 4 or 2? I don't know. But they're they're about $5 or $2.50 each. They're cheap and they're very strong. They're meant to like mount like stuff to cars. Like, I mean, you could put an antenna in here and probably mount this to your car and it wouldn't fall off going like 50 mile an hour. So this is my tool of choice because it has the ball that goes past 90. You can, and it is such a strong magnet. Once this super glue is dry, I've never had one break yet. But you do have to be careful because this bottom part is very sharp. And so what I normally do is I'll glue something to the bottom or I'll put a sticker over it. The last couple I had, I found a big sticker and I just put a sticker over it because this will scratch your paint. Will scratch your paint. See, this is like a sticker here. And there's that little rivet that I ground off. If you want, you can take that out. And anyway, I would leave this on here until you find something like a piece of felt, piece of cloth material, a sticker. Even a sticker, it still has a sharp edge. So if you can just glue something to the bottom, not super thick, but something just to keep, if you're putting this on a car, especially if it's not yours, be super, super careful. You need something about probably like this piece of material that has like maybe a little cushion in it, but just make sure it sticks through it, and that way you won't ruin anybody's belongings. But normally I'm putting these on my trucks, and I'm putting them on like old sheds and my equipment. The homeowner usually, like, the only thing I'll put it on is maybe like if they have a fuse panel or an electrical box or their air conditioner, an old shed, and I'm still very careful. I don't want to scratch anybody's stuff. And usually everything on the house is aluminum, so it won't stick to anything but metal. So usually pretty safe, but still be careful. If you're, like I said, if it's not yours, put a piece of cloth, put a piece of material. You can put a t-shirt or a rag in between it before you stick it, just to make sure you don't ruin anybody's property. So anyway, that's my little ramble for today. So now we've got 4 more of these little jewels, and of course they stick together. So like if you're walking to the job site, you can stick a couple of these together. You can stick them to your machines. Like I mean, look how powerful that is. I have to really pry those apart. What I like to do too is just stick a bunch of these together, and or stick them to your equipment or your truck. If you have an old truck, a metal ceiling, you just stick these to it. I usually put them way in the back or way in the front. Be careful, because when you get in your truck, you'll hit them with your head and it doesn't feel good. These aren't so bad because they're so short, but these will give you a little knot on your head. If you put them somewhere where when you get in or you're driving around, you have to hit the brakes, put them somewhere way in the back or way out of the way, but keep them convenient. And you can keep them outside too. Like my bucket truck, sometimes I'll keep them in the back out of the way somewhere, or I'll keep them inside my toolbox and just stick them to the ceiling, and they don't take up hardly any room. But just keep a bunch of them with you, keep them handy, and I guarantee you just these 2 little cheap little things for under $20 each they're like best things since sliced bread. If you're taking a lot of videos, they always come in handy. You're always going to find a spot to stick these things. And what's nice about this one, even if you don't have a spot to stick it, this is so heavy now with the base plate and the magnet. And when you put this on here, it's not going anywhere. So even if it's windy out or you got to set it somewhere, it's pretty solid. So it's going to take a lot to blow this thing over. Yeah, you're definitely, this is a really good setup, especially if you're you don't want to put a lot of money into it. You already have a phone, they send you the strips for the back. So this setup right here, I don't care if you're just starting out or you want another weapon in your arsenal. This right here is going to be, just use them, try it out, and let me know. But I love them. I've been using them for probably about a year or two, and I can't find anything better. I don't have a bunch of fancy equipment. All I have is an iPhone. I'm just too busy to have all that extra stuff. I try to keep everything simple. So got one more of these to open, and I'm done for the night. Hope you guys like this video. Sorry it's so boring and running on, but I just figured I would share this with you and share my day with you while I was opening these boxes, because this will probably be the last one I order. I've ordered too many. I've got plenty. My guys that works with me thinks I'm crazy because I got these everywhere, but they're just so simple and they're so easy to use. When I find something like that, just like these knives, $7, I got tons of them. Because once I find something that works, I want to have them everywhere. That way, no matter where I'm at, I'm not searching for them. They're just everywhere. Everywhere you look, I've got my tools that I need to do what I need to do. If you like this video, crush the like button, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day. God bless. Be safe.